On a warm sunny afternoon, a very hungry fox was strolling through a quiet forest. His tummy rumbled loudly with every step, as he hadn't eaten a single thing all day. He sniffed the air, hoping for a clue, when suddenly a sweet, fruity scent drifted his way. He looked up, and his eyes widened in delight. Hanging high from a tree branch was a beautiful vine covered in plump, ripe grapes. They were a deep, rich purple, glistening in the sunlight like little jewels. They looked so juicy and perfect for a thirsty, tired fox. "Oh my," the fox whispered, licking his lips. "Those grapes look absolutely delicious." He took a few steps back to get a good look. He bent his legs, took a deep breath, and sprang into the air with all his might. Snap! His paws swiped at the empty air, but the grapes remained just out of reach. He landed with a soft thud and shook the dust from his fur. "No problem," he muttered to himself. "I'll just try again." This time he backed up even farther, took a running start, and jumped higher than before. But still, the grapes seemed to dance just beyond his grasp. The determined fox didn't give up. He tried jumping from the left side, then from the right. He even found a small rock to stand on, hoping it would give him the extra height he needed. With each attempt, he stretched his body as far as it would go, but the grapes stayed stubbornly high above him. Soon, the fox was out of breath. His legs felt heavy, and his mouth was completely dry from the effort. The hot sun beat down on him, and he could feel his strength fading away. He finally sat down beneath the vine, staring up at the tempting fruit. They still looked just as sweet and delicious as they did before. But instead of admitting that he couldn't reach them, a frown crossed the fox's face. "Humph," he grumbled, getting to his feet. "Why would I even want those grapes anyway?" He stood up tall and sniffed the air with a look of disdain. "They're probably sour, not sweet at all," he said loudly to no one in particular. "Only a foolish animal would bother eating grapes like that." With his tail held high and his head turned away in mock disgust, the fox strutted off down the dusty path, pretending he wasn't the least bit disappointed. But as he vanished back into the forest, his empty, rumbling stomach told a very different story. This little story teaches us something important. It's often easy to pretend we don't like something simply because we can't have it. When we face a challenge we can't overcome right away. It's tempting to make excuses or devalue the goal, just like the fox did with the grapes. He called them sour to protect his pride, but this is what we call sour grapes thinking. Instead of making excuses when we fail, it's much better to be honest with ourselves. We can acknowledge our limits and learn from the experience. Maybe the fox could have found a different way to get the grapes if he had thought more creatively instead of just jumping. Or he could have accepted that they were out of reach for now and gone to find food he could actually get. So, the next time you find yourself wanting something that seems impossible to get, remember the fox. Don't let disappointment turn your desires sour. Instead, face the reality of the situation. Acknowledge the effort you put in, learn from what didn't work, and decide your next steps wisely. Maybe you need to try a different approach, or maybe it's time to set your sights on a different, more achievable goal. Accepting our limitations isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of wisdom and strength. It allows us to move forward without bitterness and find success and happiness elsewhere. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story and its lesson, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more thoughtful tales. See you next time.